Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon, and we're going to talk about the fate of the BBC as I understand it as an American. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around everything going on with the BBC, but apparently there's been a lot of pushback against the license fee, the compulsory license fee that you have to pay for the BBC. And the BBC is currently facing extinction. According to a lot of armchair observers and even former fantastic Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies said that the BBC is doomed, and it has a lot to do with the plethora of entertainment choices available to people outside of the BBC, even in the UK. And we're going to talk about that the BBC admits defeat. They're not going to prosecute old people after license fee backlash. So we're going to read about this and talk about what this could potentially mean for shows like Doctor Who. I mean, I do watch a couple BBC shows, not as many as I used to, but Doctor Who was at one point my favorite show on all of television. I watched it as live as I could here in the US on BBC America. For a number of years, it was must-see TV. It was appointment TV. If I was away somewhere, I would try to get back to my hotel room as fast as I can to be able to catch it on TV. And now I don't care. The show is effectively dead to me after the retcon. I'm disgusted at how they've treated Doctor Who, but I have to think that Doctor Who could be facing the chopping block because of the BBC running out of money, and this is not going to help. So before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 176,000 subs, almost 177,000, almost at 200,000. We're getting there, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Your support means a lot. Really, it does. Thank you for that. So yeah, let's look at this situation. I know there's been a lot of discussion about the license fee in the BBC. And a lot of people are tired of paying the license fee, as I understand it. Again, I'm looking at this as an American and trying to sort out, what is going on over there. And it's hard trying to, look at the politics of another country when you're not familiar necessarily with the system. Just like I see a lot of people from the UK trying to sort through American politics. And some people think they get it right, but they're not getting it right. So I'm not going to pretend that I know all the details of what's going on. But this does, to me, say that the BBC is going to have even less money than it does already. And we talked about before about how the BBC has to make $556 million in cuts, in US dollars, in cuts, as it grapples with the perfect storm of financial pressure. And this is not going to help them. So this is coming from the Express. BBC admits defeat, plan to prosecute OAPs abandoned after license fee backlash. The BBC has suspended its threat to prosecute people over age 75 for refusing to pay for a TV license in a major victory for pensioners. Why should they have to pay for it? The BBC's terrible. The shows are terrible. The Broadcasting Corporation previously sparked anger after ending free licenses for people over age 75 last August, except if they were receiving pension credit. According to the latest BBC figures, 2.7 million over 75s have now paid for a TV license. Another 750,000 have applied for free licenses as a result of being on pension credits. Those who did not apply were sent a letter by the BBC with the threat they would face a fine of up to £1,000 and potential prosecution if they continued to watch live television without paying up. Holy shit. Seriously, why do you guys put up with this? I mean, again, this is just my armchair opinion as an American. And I understand this is just kind of the way things are done overseas. But I'm like, God, we get TV for free. You don't have to pay for TV. We've got cable and we've got Netflix and we got, all that jazz, direct TV, satellite and all that you can pay for. But I can get like 8 or 10 channels for 100% for free. We've got PBS, it's sponsored by donors, and all the other TV options, NBC, CBS, ABC, all of those are paid for by advertisers. All I have to do is go buy a television, go buy a $20 HD satellite, hook it up, and I've got free TV. I only have to pay for TV if I want other stuff. God, they're going to sue you for that. That's ridiculous. However, the BBC has now made a huge climb down by admitting almost 700,000 pensioners who did not respond to their letter will not face a court appearance and are still legally covered. Good. They're going to take TV from the old people. What else are they going to do? The BBC said, in light of ongoing challenges to many of our customers caused by the coronavirus, we're giving older people a bit more time to make arrangements for their next license, a bit more time to pay up. A bit more time to pay the BBC. We're writing to customers to reassure them of this. The letter explains that customers who previously held a free over 75 license up to July 31st, 2020 are still legally covered. We're giving them the time to either arrange payment for a license or claim a free one. The BBC also admitted it has not canceled any licenses for over 75 since the scheme began last year. The letter, which sparked outrage, had said, we will cancel your license if you do not reply to our letter within 2 months of receiving it. Now, we've had numerous viewers from the UK, and we do have a lot of you that watch us. And again, I am an American. I'm looking at this through American eyes. But they've said, these are kind of like Gestapo techniques that the BBC uses to try to shake people down for money because we know they're running out of it. They are. It resulted in Lord Ian Botham writing to BBC Director General Tim Davie to urge people not to be prosecuted for failing to pay the license fee. The retired cricketer said in his letter, my view, this is institutional bullying on a massive scale, and there seems to be some kind of blame game between the BBC and the government. They're running out of money. They need everybody to pay for shitty Doctor Who, right? I'm no politician, but this feels like a real scandal affecting the very frail that needs sorting out. Dennis Reed, director of Silver Voices, a group calling for free license fees to be reinstated for the over 75, said the BBC's backtrack was welcome. But he added the fee still needed to be stopped. He said the change is news to us. Hundreds of thousands of elderly people have now been given an amnesty until the end of the pandemic. Well, till the end of the pandemic. We hope it gives the BBC and the government the breathing space to rethink this terrible policy. Current situation is untenable. They cannot enforce the license fee on hundreds of thousands of over 75s who are increasingly determined the more reminders they get not to pay. Yeah, I would be. I'd be like, fuck you. I'm not watching the BBC. You know what? We're going to go to Netflix. And that's leading to the problems that Russell T Davies was talking about. That people are just jumping to streaming services, or maybe they're reading a book. Maybe they'll just go read a book. We need people to read more books. We don't need to watch TV. TV is not good for you. Too much TV is not good for you anyway. We welcome this concession. The policy was a disaster from the start and remains a disaster. Comes after the BBC also recently came under fire after the government last week said the annual fee would increase from £157 to £159 from April 1st, 2021, with black and white licenses rising from $53 to $53.50. People have black and white TVs in 2021? Wow, go figure. The BBC said in response it was sticking to its requirements that anyone applying for a license must backdate it to August 2020. A BBC spokesperson told The Telegraph, in light of the pandemic, we have revised our timings for considering cancellation, and we have written to customers who have yet to make arrangements to reassure them they're being given more time to set up and they're still covered. BBC spokesperson told The Express, there's no amnesty, nor have we announced any new policy. We're simply giving people time to pay up. Pay up, old people. You got to pay up. You got to pay up so Doctor Who doesn't get canceled because the BBC is running out of money. They're freaking out. They can't even find executives to go work for BBC Studios. Nobody wants the job. They know it's a sinking ship. We got to get those old people, all those Grahams out there to pay for more shitty Doctor Who. Russell T Davies thinks the BBC is basically done. We talked about this the other day. He's like, this is not sustainable. The way that the BBC is doing it's not sustainable. And as I recall, he was like, they need to team up with other streaming services or other content providers or something to move forward, because just charging people a license fee, it's not going to work anymore. It's over. That era of television is over. Netflix and HBO Max and Disney Plus, they're all eating into people's TV time. And a lot of people don't even have cable anymore. They don't even, like I said, here in the States, you can get 8 or 10 channels for free in most places. And that includes your ABC, CBS, PBS, all those, and a few other ones. We get like Comet, which is like a sci-fi channel. And then there's MeTV, which is like, retro TV. It's kind of like a Nick at Night used to be. And we get those for free. All you got to do is buy a TV and buy an antenna, an HD antenna, and you can get those for free. They're paid for by advertising. We don't have cable anymore. We had DirecTV for years, And the bill crept up, so we cut the cord and we went with Netflix and Hulu. And now Hulu costs almost as much as DirecTV did because they keep jacking the prices up. But we don't even watch cable TV anymore. So I can completely understand that the BBC is probably freaking the hell out, especially if people are refusing to pay. As I understand it, a lot of people are pissed about this. And I do get that other countries have a similar arrangement, but there's so much online. Just watch YouTube. Watch more YouTube. You don't need to watch the BBC. Watch more YouTube. Let the BBC fall on their ass. Maybe they'll get their shit together and make some decent shows again. I don't know, but I do think that the days are numbered for Doctor Who because it is a very expensive show, and again, they can't get the old people to pay up. They're running out of money, and there are rumors that Doctor Who could get axed, and I welcome it getting axed. I do. I didn't feel that way just a couple of years ago, but at this point, I'm like, you know what? Put it out of its misery. Doctor Who, we don't need Doctor Who right now. Not this watered-down version of Doctor Who. Let it rest for 5 or 10 years. Bring it back. Bring it back with a showrunner who gives a shit and actually understands the franchise, and with a doctor who is the Doctor, who has a commanding presence. I personally don't care if it's male or female, just someone who is the Doctor and owns it, and we're not getting that from Jodie Whittaker. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.